Happy 5 de Mayo. No me queda más que perderme en un abismo de tristeza y lágrimas. No me queda más que aguantar bien mi derrota y brindarte felicidad. No me queda más, si tu regreso hoy sería una imposibilidad. Y eso que no era amor, lo que niegas, lo que dices que nunca pasó, es el más dulce recuerdo de mi vida. Yo tenía una esperanza en el fondo de mi alma, que un día te quedaras tú conmigo, y aún guardaba una ilusión que alimentaba el corazón, mi corazón que hoy tiene que verte como solo amigo. Y aunque vivía enamorada y totalmente equivocada, no me importa, porque esto sí fue amor. Por mi parte, lo más lindo, el más grande amor. Y aunque siempre lo renuncies, para mí fue lo más bello. Yo tenía una esperanza en el fondo de mi alma, que un día te quedaras tú conmigo, y aún guardaba una ilusión que alimentaba el corazón, mi corazón que hoy tiene que verte como solo amigo. Y aunque viví enamorada y totalmente equivocada, no me importa, porque esto sí fue amor. Por mi parte, lo más lindo, el más grande amor. Y aunque siempre lo renuncies, para mí fue lo más bello, fue lo más bello.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Cinco de Mayo Travaganza.
Happy Cinco de Mayo to you.
Now, I'll give you $1 if you know what song Karen was singing.
I don't know. She was talking.
Who's the artist?
Who's the artist? I had no idea.
Now, don't tell it yet. Don't say it yet.
No
Don't
clue.
say it yet. Does anybody know who? And you know because you ran the board. You didn't see. You didn't see who it was. Do you know who that
Need a
is?
big sombrero.
Selena.
Was that Selena?
Yeah, JJ out there. She knows Selena.
She knew.
That's Selena, right?
Yes.
Talking to your mic. Say yes.
Yes. Sí.
Selena was of Mexican heritage.
You know,
I do believe.
I tried to type on my phone yesterday in Spanish, but it did not recognize my English. as Spanish.
No, but it works. You can also put it to Spanish if you want.
Are we trying to text that bakery? And it just kept going back to
But you got the message accomplished because she called in and said they should like to do it after Mother's Day, which I did not know Mother's Day is next week.
next Sunday.
This is ridiculous.
Time flies.
Sunday of May.
The year is over.
Mother's Day.
It's Halloween after Mother's Day
No, Father's Day.
and then Christmas.
Our newsletter will be going out next week in honor of all the moms out there. So wait till you see what the crew's putting together for that.
I saw some of it yesterday. That's funny stuff. Listen, are we going to have a Christmas in July this year?
We can.
Let's do that.
Okay.
I think we should have like G-Man will be Santa Claus
Okay.
and Karen will be Mrs. Claus in Spanish
I wonder
style.
what Santa's like in Jamaica.
He wears
He's hot.
he wears boxes. Oh, look at that.
Santa in a bathing suit.
And we are celebrating the Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, easy. We're going clean this year.
What the hell was that?
We're just going clean.
Oh my God. This is actually one of the few things I can drink. Lowers my blood sugar.
Down the hatch. Well, how do you say it in Spanish?
What is
What's
it?
our phrase for Friday?
Viernes social.
Viernes social.
Viernes social.
There you
Not
go.
social. Social.
Social.
Social.
Viernes-
Social.
Social.
Viernes social. Hold your glasses up. Hold them tall. Because Cinco de Mayo is here. And you know, this is the turn of the year. This is when everything good is now about to happen.
Yeah, because we're a full moon tonight and an eclipse.
I don't wanna
Just
hear that.
saying.
I don't wanna
we got
hear
a
that.
lot of stuff going on
Don't
tonight.
squash my thoughts.
Why? It's a good thing.
I know, because I've heard nothing but
The truth.
people crying. It's just such a sad state of affairs. Yesterday was crazy.
Yesterday was crazy. It was more than one. It was just that back office. It was like, it was everywhere.
And you notice California left today? She
Yes,
went
she
back
did.
to California.
No more crying for him either.
And G-Man, all he did was cry.
No.
All he did
They
was
say,
cry.
they say it's a very emotional day with the eclipse. It's full moon and an eclipse. They say there's a lot going on.
Think so?
It's turbulent. That's what we were told by our new friend Irina. It's about the angels. How do you like that? This is a big rock, I gotta tell you. How do we get such good rocks?
I don't know, but Teddy, that's a big rock, baby.
Cheers to you. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco
Happy
de
birthday,
Mayo.
Chelsea. I'm giving a toast to my daughter who's not here. She's at school working, getting all the kids' AP exams put in. AP Art was due today, so all her students have submitted their exams.
AP Art.
AP Art.
It's like advanced
placement
placement
art.
art?
Yep.
Is that like a city thing, a state thing, worldwide thing?
I know it's national. I don't know if they've got AP Art in other countries, but I know they have it here. All the kids that are in the arts and want to be part of the arts, all their art exams were due today.
I can't drink anymore.
No?
I
You're
don't like it.
lightweight? You're lightweight now?
I don't like it. Oh man, you can tell G-Man's on the board.
I know. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone. I think our crew's going to be ordering some lunch on us.
So check it out. Dawn says to me, we want to order something Mexican.
Can you eat that?
Can you eat that? No, that's all carbs.
But you can't eat. No, you could get like a fajita without the fajita.
So why do you call it a fajita if it's a fajita without a fajita?
You don't ever get a fajita without the fajita, without the outside.
Yeah, it's like a
It's
foot
grilled
without a
chicken and
toenail.
vegetables. That's what it is. I was watching something today, one of the social media things, and this woman, you know, they do all these reels. She had red panties, and she put them on her toe, and she dips her toe in this thing of cement. So, like, it's going to be a memento. And she, in her reel, says, "These are not mine." She puts her foot in the cement, and then she puts her wedding band in, and then she gave it to her husband as an anniversary gift because they were not her red panties that she found in the house. It was kind of What can I say? I don't know.
So let me get this right. This is on the news?
No, it was on my social media feed.
Oh, was it now?
Although Chelsea
Is
gets all her
anyone
news
missing
from
a pair of
TikTok.
red panties? Like to know.
Isn't that
And she
funny?
found them?
She found them and then
Did I ever tell you?
commemorated it on her toes for her husband.
Did I
in
ever
the-
tell you somebody sent me a pair of gorgeous, expensive panties via Federal Express?
I thought you told me they were like grandma panties.
No.
They were nice.
These are hottie toddies.
Yeah, no.
And Michelle brought them to me. I was sitting in the back porch, and she says, "You have a package." I says, oh, and she opened it. Now, why are you opening my mail? And I said, well, you get what you get for opening. And she took it out. She says, because they had perfume all over them.
Oh, well, at least it was perfume.
You know who did that? Remember the cop that was here, Irving? He did that.
Why?
Because he was being a practical joker. And he had no return address.
We should bring him back in, actually.
No, let's not do that.
We should bring him back
Because
in.
if I get another
that was a
pair of
great
underwear,
story, though.
It's true.
No, I mean, it was a great story when he was
him?
here on that show as a nice surprise. What was it, 21 years since you had seen him?
21 years.
And a guest, another host, brings in this guy that she met to, was Tracy, to spotlight his business as a new gyro store. And he's sitting there, and he's from the Bronx, and he's Puerto Rican, and his wife is here. And he's sitting where you're sitting, and the host is here, and Freddie's sitting over there. And he looks at him, and the wife is looking at you.
I went to where the cameras are, and I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me. I says, this is Irving. And his wife is sitting over there, and she says, why is this guy looking at Irving this way, and I'm not strapped? Meaning they didn't have any guns on them. And they were worried because I'm staring at him, staring him down. So I said, Coach Irving. Remember that? He went. He was like something happened. He says, what? Coach? I go, yeah. It was unbelievable.
Would have been 20 years since you had seen each other. We got to
time.
reach out to him. We should take the crew
He's
over there
always
for
in
lunch.
the Keys. I don't know how this guy works. This guy's always in the Keys.
He had
Irving,
a
are you there? No, I'm in the
retirement plan.
Keys. I'm in the Keys.
Yeah, to go to retirement plan.
Yeah.
Better than
He
ours.
was Serpico. We used to call him Serpico in the Bronx. If you know the movie, that was Irving.
So good things. That was a fun shot, though.
We should go down there.
Definitely. All right, we got Cinco de Mayo. We've got some trivia coming up. We've got a longtime friend joining us today. We've got Eileen Lemelman, host of It All Starts With You and her podcast. Karen's joining us. G-Man's on the board. Teddy's making drinks. Cheers to you. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, let's have some Friday Fun Day. We'll be right back.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days. All in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called Innocent Spouse Relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now, you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
If you have diabetes, would you like to eliminate painful finger sticks? Are you injecting insulin multiple times per day? Then you may qualify for a continuous glucose monitor. CGMs monitor blood sugar using a small patch placed on your upper arm or abdomen, and they use your smartphone to accurately monitor your blood sugar levels. Stop pricking and start scanning. Plus, CGMs are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. They can be shipped free of charge to your door. Call today to see if you qualify.
Nobody likes to prick their fingers. If you are a diabetic using insulin like many of us, the worst part of your day is sticking your fingers to draw blood. Now you don't have to do it anymore. You can get a new continuous glucose monitor. As long as you check your blood sugar and inject insulin, it may be covered by your insurance. Call us and we'll let you know if you are covered, and send one at little or no cost to you with free shipping. Stop freaking your fingers. Call right now for your new continuous glucose monitor.
Introducing the Price is Right Home Sweepstakes. You could win the same kind of cash and prizes you see on the TV show. Just call this number right now. And when you call, ask about these amazing offers from our sponsors. Low Cost Airlines offers fares too low to advertise that you can't find anywhere else. You can save hundreds on your next flight with Low Cost Airlines. US Med is your one-stop resource for diabetic supplies. And if you have Medicare, you could get them at little to no out-of-pocket cost. US Med. MedGuard Alert's unique medical technology provides immediate help to seniors with the touch of one button. And you could get your device for free. MedGuard Alert. The United Breast Cancer Foundation can use the donation of your old car, truck, or van to help those fighting breast cancer. Pickup is free and you'll get a tax exemption. Call now to enter the Price is Right Home Sweepstakes. Win thousands in cash and prizes and learn more about these great offers.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing, what's up?
Nothing, just looking for music for Grandpa that I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listen to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Broken Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out, thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought. You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And welcome back. You guys are unmerciful.
I love that. The best line of that is, I need some music for Grandpa. It wasn't Dad. It wasn't
I
Freddie.
never listened to the commercial
Grandpa.
till today.
It cracks me up every time.
And I was looking to get rid of it, and whoop, it slips back
You
in.
can't, because we are now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcast. All of the shows that we produce right here at AMP Media Productions now all have their own Roku button, as well as all their own podcast channels. That's pretty exciting. We've added that to all of the packages. Frank, yes, books make a great Mother's Day gift. So stop by the studio and get yours today. This I'm taking on vacation with me this weekend. Oh, no, this one I'm taking on vacation with me this weekend.
This one I'm taking to read because, you know, he has an event May 14th. He's actually opening today in Houston.
Nice.
The movie. The man here on the cover. And then he's going to be at the Movies of Del Rey next Friday. It goes, 6 o'clock is the event. Everybody's welcome.
Be there.
I don't know, Frank. I hope you're going to be there. Frank should
I'm
be
not
there.
even sure Frank's in town. I saw he was like in the British West Indies, so I'm not sure if Frank's
So how the hell is he writing in?
Maybe he's back, or maybe he's got good Wi-Fi. I don't know. Frank, if you're in town, you got to come in next week. We got to talk about the books. I don't know where he is.
Wherever you are, hello.
He's a
Jamaican Santa? That's what G-Man is, a Jamaican Santa.
He's with the Jamaican Santa in the British West Indies.
Unbelievable.
Got
Unbelievable.
to check out these books. They're all available for sale right here at the Brooklyn Cafe Show Studio, and more to go. And I'm hoping we get to play all the kids' shorts also next week. Now that graduation is over, I'm hoping they'll let us put them
If
up.
they let her put it up, because they're all over the place in different places.
So at least we can put up Mayor's, that one dog-eared, the award for
The award.
audience. Favorite of the audience, I guess it was.
Favorite, audience favorite.
All right, you ready to talk to our longtime friend?
Absolutely.
Doc is in the house. We've got Eileen Lemelman. Our therapist is in, and apparently we're going to need it today with all the turbulence that's happening with the full moon.
She only says that, Doc, because we've discovered that she is a rebel. So our friends that we've known for years.
No, you said I was a rebel. Nobody else.
Well, they're all defending you. All our friends are writing in saying,
As
no,
they
she's
should.
just argumentative. All these sophisticated words.
Those are your clients, by the way.
Yeah, and they all, you know what? You're wrong, Mike. She's just a rebel.
I don't know about
Panties on her feet. I don't get away with
that.
saying
I didn't
stuff
say they were
like
my
that.
panties. They were just a thing.
You
I was,
know, sometimes
What
the
did you keep
truth is
saying?
not far. The story's not far from
that
the truth.
phrase in Spanish you kept saying?
No, I can't
That
say
sounds like panties?
No, I can't say that.
Anyway, it's been a long time since Eileen has joined us here in the studio, so it's nice to have her back joining us.
It's so nice to be here.
Host
Really
of It All
is.
starts with you. And look, she's smiling, Freddie.
She looks like $1 million.
How you like
$1
that?
million. Write in and let us know if you think if she's $1 million or she's $2 million. Look right at the camera, Eileen.
So what's been, and I was trying to figure out how long it's been since we've seen you. It's been quite a few months, right?
Yes, it is. I don't know. What has it been, like
8 months.
6 or 6
Something.
months?
Has it been that long?
6
Wow.
months, maybe?
It's been a minute.
Yeah. You know, you're talking about the moon and the solar and, you know, listen, it's all energy, right? And I guess that's where I am right now, just really reassessing my energy, and pivoting, taking it slow, which is very, very different from me, because I normally jump in head first and then try to figure it out later. But right now I'm just taking it slow. So glad to be back here. It feels like home. It feels so, so loving and supportive, which is exactly what I need right now. And it's good to be here.
Well, it is great to have you back. We talk a lot. There's a lot of things going on, people's anxiety, mental health awareness. There's a lot going on right now, and everyone just needs more support emotionally. So I'm glad you're back here. We can talk a little bit about that. Last week we were talking about failure, and I'm a big believer that there's no such thing as failure. I think we all learn from everything. It may not work out the way we wanted to, but it's not a failure. It means it's going to lead us to the next step. Like when I met you, I was in the middle of going through
failure. She met the failure.
No. It's the opposite. I was going through a coaching program. I was a health coach. I was working on all of that with my business coach. And what happened? I can't look at that as a failure that I'm not a health coach anymore. I look at it as an opportunity that God graced me with to say, okay, you've learned this and this and this. I'm not a failure because my dad's office retired and I'm not a health coach anymore, but I've worked with you.
But you were successful at that venue.
Right, so I learned from all of those things.
Doc is successful. She has a successful business. She's been around for years. Everybody knows her. Those are all successes. The only time that you have a failure is when you write the word out and you believe it.
Yeah, there's no such thing.
There's no such thing as a failure.
No.
Just don't buy into the noise. It's really simple. Math, 1 and 1 always equals 2, no matter how you cut it.
And you were talking yesterday about so many things that you've learned in the past 6 months.
So, you know, the thing is that you talk about failure and you talk about expectations of self and of others. Oh my goodness. I got the PhD. I got the PhD, diploma in learning about how to really learn from all your experiences, whether they're what you expected or not. I've learned about, and listen, I'm in the business of helping people and knowing about behavior and knowing about how people react and behave. But, I am in a whole different world here, being in the entrepreneur business world. It's very different than being in the clinical world that I lived in, that I worked in. I had a huge practice. I have a huge practice, but I had a huge center pre-COVID that we had all kinds of acupuncture and other therapists and nutritionists and groups and all kinds of, photo art, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, it was art journaling, it was processing art, it was processing feelings, had so many different activities and so many different, kinds of things that we provided for the community. That's very different than being in the business world and being an entrepreneur. And so I've learned so much recently, and it really forced me to really take a good look at how I want to move forward, how I want to be helping people in the world. I started the show because I wanted to help. I wanted to go from the one-to-one to one-to-many, because I felt like I had something to really offer the world, the community, the country, women. I just felt like I had something to offer. And I have to get back to that because I was taken off my game for a little bit. You talk about post, COVID and all the kinds of results, all the after effects from post-COVID. And the world is not the same post-COVID. The world is very different. And, people are really suffering. You can't believe how many people are still experiencing PTSD from COVID. Just from the fear of getting sick, the fear of dying, the fear of never seeing family again, the fear of, not being able to be out in the world. And that really has caused so many people. I mean, yes, the world has opened up and people are traveling and people are going, but it doesn't mean that there's not this little background noise, the fear of, oh, should I go to that big crowd? I don't know. Am I going to get sick? Am I going to get hurt? Am I going to, is it safe? That's always been in, that's sort of like this background noise.
But think about the mindset. I was saying to someone the other day, because we're essentially over 3 years, right, after the shutdown. If someone had told us 3 years ago, the world will not be the same in 3 years, we will still be wearing masks in 3 years. You will still be worrying about whether your loved ones might pass away or whether you're going to get sick. The entire state of the world would have gone up in arms. So they gave us increments. We're closing down for a day, 10 days, 14 days, 6 weeks. You can go back, wave 2, wave 3. It was like dosing. So every time you thought you were coming out, it's like that whack-a-mole game, Every time the mole's coming out, nope, we're going to whack you back down. It was a whole psychological, for good reasons, right? People were sick and dying. But psychologically, what it did to our mindsets is just when you think you're coming out, you're not.
Well, it really makes our nervous system totally hypervigilant.
True.
It makes us in fight or flight constantly. It makes us feel really insecure constantly. It's almost worse to have yes, no, then no across the board.
True.
Because when you're told, okay, it's safe, oh no, it's not. Okay, it's safe, no, it's not. Your nervous system is constantly being triggered, constantly being escalated. So what I've been doing is working with people on how to regulate your nervous system. You know, there's something so easy that we all have at our disposal, that we can all use. It's so simple, it's so easy, it's so healing. It's called breath. And I teach people how to use their breath in ways that really regulate your nervous system and can really help you to reset that fight or flight response.
Do you think it's changed? We went to a luncheon yesterday with Pastor Bill.
Yes, we did.
People's sense of trust, not only trusting others, but trusting in your own self, in your own mindset. Like, I trust myself, I could do this, but maybe I can't do this, right? We ultimately have to make our own decisions.
Absolutely. You know, listen, it all starts with you.
That's true.
It all starts with, can you trust yourself? And you know what? It all starts with this notion of self-love. And as a matter of fact,
she brought props.
I brought my Self-Love Warrior Challenge. Okay, here we go. Self-Love Warrior Challenge that I, really put together. It's a 14-day challenge on loving yourself, on each day it's a different approach, it's a different mindset, it's a different way to care for yourself. It's got meditations, it's got journal prompts, and it's a beautiful way to begin to, re-love ourselves, or love ourselves if we've never loved ourselves. It's a way to reset our nervous system. It's a way to begin to trust in our inner self, in our inner guidance. It's a way to kind of quiet those inner critical voices that always make us question and doubt, are we doing the right thing? Is it safe? All those things. So, if you're interested, let me know. But self-love is really where it's at. Self-love is really puts you on a path of confidence, of filling your cup, of replenishing yourself, of learning how to live a healthy life physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
So are you able to practice, as they say, from the mat to the real world?
Are you talking about personally?
Yourself? Yeah, because I know for me, and he'll say to me, you talk to people, women, all the time about things to help improve their mindset, things to do to empower themselves. And he'll say, are you walking that walk today?
Yeah.
You need to get back to what you say. You have to walk the walk of what you share.
So I'll be honest with you. I got off the path.
Off the Eileen train?
I got off the Eileen train. I got caught up in this notion that, and it's exactly the opposite of what I preach, of what I teach, of my motto, which is it's never too late and you're never too old to live a joyful, passionate life. I got off of that because I gave my power away. I gave my power away and I started getting panicky. Panicky that I'm not going to have enough time. I'm not going to have enough money. How am I going to get this accomplished? I got to do all of this like yesterday. And guess what? I depleted my cup. I depleted my tank. I forgot that I had to prioritize myself. I had to refill my cup. I had to really, really love myself first in order to help anybody else. So I got off that path. And you know what? I guess I had to, in order to get to this place right here, right now, to be able to say to you, you need to say no. Don't say yes when you mean no. You need to rest. You need to take time in silence. You need time to replenish. You need time to trust in your gut. Because if not, you're going to get sick. And you know what? The wealthiest, most important asset that we have is our health. Our health is our wealth. You can't do anything else if you don't have your health. So I've learned really important lessons, even though I got off the train.
I love that you say that. It's making me think, because you gave your power away. 3.5 years ago, when you and I had to leave our other studio, it wasn't because we said we're leaving. There were other circumstances, right? And we went on the road for 2 weeks every day. It was you, me, Teddy, and our crew. And what happened?
You got sick.
I got really sick. And I mean, so sick that you would pick me up sometimes in the morning. You would drive to the shoot.
Crazy.
I would lay on the couch if we were at a bar until you said it was airtime. Then I go back and lay down in between sets. But I got really sick for a long time, even just signing this lease. And I don't know what it was, but you're making me think that, I guess, in my mind, my subconscious, I gave my power away, saying the person that owned our lease at that point in time, or that studio, had more power than we did.
Yes.
You're in
She makes me think about it.
You're in one of the hardest businesses on the planet. And people don't understand it until they have to go through it. Because it isn't showtime Monday or Friday or when it's showtime every day, because
all day.
It's all day. You have to put together your concepts, your ideologies. And then when you have a business, you got to go to that, and you got to come back to this. So it's like eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and then coming over here having a different peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And the bottom line is that nobody but you are going to know this. And you have to be able to say, you know what? I fell off and I'm back. And you got to brush it off. Because you know how many times I've fallen off of my ideology about people trying to take. That's why, I guess maybe with age, I've gotten to the point that says, you can't have this. This is mine. And I'm going to do it my way. When we were at iHeart, we were at Beasley, we were at the Heart of Del Rey, we were at different places where everybody always says, we want you to be successful, just not too successful. Okay? So you got to overcome that noise, and you got to push. And I love it because this week we're talking to the interns, talking to the producers in the studio, and they always say, Freddie, we hear when you say to be the best, and they're afraid to say it. Because they think the clock is going to stop when you say it and you believe it. Now you got to add to it. You got to be the best over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Consistency.
You'll be consistently good, not consistently bad. And you got to believe in your core, in you. It does start with you, as a capital S, all the way through. And if you don't do that, then you got to look for that. Because you're right, what COVID has done is that if you were insecure before it, you definitely are insecure after it. And all these businesses, now that we have the summer here in Florida, we got to find different ways of being the better us. You know, God never asked you to be a leader. You choose that. You got choice. So make it happen and see what happens. Don't let anybody take away your shine. And we talked about this.
You know, you made a choice last week. You reached out to me. And then you made a second choice. You actually showed up. You didn't have to show up yesterday. You could have made that text and not walked in the door. I mean, I know you wouldn't, because it's you. But you could have. So you made two choices to empower yourself to say, I matter. And that's your message that you always share with women, is it all starts with you. And without that proverbial oxygen mask from the airplane and all the things that we talk about, then there's nothing left, right? Because then you've got nothing left to give anybody. Then everyone needs your message.
But you know what that means.
What?
You are on the train.
Yeah.
See,
Back
subconsciously you don't believe it, but you are on the train. and the wheels are going to get new rubber, and away we go. I remember when Teddy, her father, passed away, may he rest in peace, and she had to go do what she had to go do. And the last words, it says, I'll see you again. We ain't done. We ain't done. Russell is back. All these people want to come back. You know why? Because you never leave home. Home is always here. It doesn't mean that it's perfect. It doesn't mean you can't make adjustments. It doesn't mean that in home we ain't going to have disputes, arguments, and anything else. But I'm going to tell you something. I'd rather have a home than not. And that's what it feels like.
Oh, you know, in our crew, they make it home.
They do. And they're all hardworking. I got to tell you, I got to give Teddy a lot of credit. She's been nonstop on that machine. She's the one opening up the podcast channels, the Roku channels. We are opening up pay-for platforms free of charge because we believe that our hosts should have a better shot, a bigger shot. Because nobody gave me a shot except for Mr. Beasley, at the radio station. If it wasn't for him, if it wasn't for Bobby, which I will always tip my hat to, I didn't have a shot. He gave me, one guy on this planet gave me a shot. You got to pay that back every single day.
You know what Dr. Eileen said about loving yourself is a message that we've actually heard a lot this whole week. Like,
oh, you noticed that?
Arthur from Wisdom Cafe, Lola, Irina.
She has the mic. What number are you on, honey?
A2.
A2.
So, like Arthur and Lola were talking about it on Wisdom Cafe, and then, you know, Irina also was talking to us the other day. So it's very true.
You think that's true? You should have been there, Missy, yesterday to this, where I invited you. You would have freaked out. In the paper, I brought it for you to read. It's about trust and trusting yourself. It's about growth, and it's about belief in yourself.
And trusting those that you work with or work for, right, if you're employed. What's the workplace culture? What's that feel like? All of the things, is it trusting? Does it make your nervous system go, oh my gosh, I can't show up at work today because what if, blah, 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 blah. How do you feel? Can you trust it? Workplace culture. I think that's the most that I've learned from going there. It's really working. All the months that we have, it just accumulates to workplace culture. Because someone that we were talking to yesterday said their workplace culture is not very trusting. It's not very warm. It's always, you never know when that shoe's going to drop, whether someone's going to have a job or not, what it's like. And it makes me, again, be very grateful for what we have.
Eileen with us to the next one. But the nice thing is you watch what's going on around you, because some people were never there before. It's the first time. And they're all like, is this like for real? And you're among your friends and your peers, and then afterwards they let you hang out and sit and everything else. And it's just giving back for people to have an opportunity to do things. And then you can network. There was over 300 people in there.
I think you also have to really be mindful about what I've been told is the shiny ball syndrome, right?
Let's go to commercial and talk about that when we come back. That shiny ball, shiny penny, is it always greener on the other side? More to come on the other side of this 1 o'clock hour. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
The easiest way to sell your home is to call the number on your screen right now. We'll buy any home in any condition. And the more it's worth, the more you can get. Plus, no real estate fees or commissions means more money in your pocket. And no fix-up costs either. Sell any home in any condition, sometimes within days. Sell your home fast. Call right now for absolutely free information.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
So Frank apparently was in Maryland. He was not in the British West Indies, but maybe BWI means Baltimore Washington International Airport. And I'm thinking he's in the British West Indies.
I thought he was in a sinking ship in the Caribbean.
So here's what he says. Remember, God did not wake you up to give you this day because you needed it. He woke you up because someone needed you.
That's why, what does it say there?
Awaken.
That's right.
100%. Gotta love Frank, BWI. So he was in Baltimore, Maryland, and I'm thinking he's in the British West Indies. I thought he was on this great adventure and he was on a cruise, and he writes it, he was in Maryland. Again, argumentative that I am.
You are such a
rebel. But always with
I think your new name now is going to be Rebel.
But I got a cause.
No, you're a rebel without a cause. You just rebel it out.
All right, Frank, we're going to see you Tuesday, and he will be at Kenny's opening on the 14th, which
Very
I
good.
believe is it a Friday?
For next Friday.
That's the 12th then.
Oh.
That'd be the 12th.
I got to confirm that.
All right, so we've got Eileen with us, and we went to commercial break because I know this is a big topic. And so I wanted to make sure that everyone is fresh and ready to go. Shiny objects. Good, not good?
So, well, listen, it's about shiny objects aren't bad because I look at shiny objects as like hope and goals and, opportunities. But when the shiny ball takes you off of the present, takes you away from your intention for today, that's when you have problems. Because then, you really go back into that whole mindset of, oh, I got to do that. And then you forget this. Oh, I got to do that. And then you're not present with whoever you need to be present with. Oh, that looks good. But then you never, ever complete the project at hand. So you never feel accomplished. You never feel, that you have succeeded because you're always looking to the next thing that might make you the big break. And again, that's not the goal, to get the big break. The goal is to be present, to be mindful, to listen to your gut, to listen to what you need, and always make time to replenish. That will allow you to finish. And of course, when I talk about celebrating and really any accomplishment you have, you have to understand that every day you should celebrate yourself. I always tell my patients, and of course, I'm really working on that now, which is wake up in the morning and go to bed at night in positivity. Bookend your day. So start in the morning waking up with writing in your journal 3 things you're grateful for. And then at night, go to bed with what went right today. And it doesn't have to be a major thing. It could be, I made a beautiful dinner. It could be, wow, I finished that one project that I wanted to do. It could be, I set aside time to do my breath work for 30 seconds today. Any of those things are cause for celebration. And you need to stand with yourself and go and do a little dance. Yay, I did that today. Because you need to notice that you're celebrating yourself. In that way, you're telling yourself you're important, you matter, you're valuable, and anything, because your brain doesn't know if it's a big thing or a small thing. It just knows you're celebrating yourself. You're being positive. So really celebrate any positivity. Ask yourself at night, what went right today?
Even the small wins count.
Even the small ones, big and small, they all count because they're all going in the cup.
And we should at night, do you guys, when you go to sleep at night, do you sit there for 2 seconds before you go to sleep and say, I left it all on the table today, and tomorrow I'm going to be a little bit better? Do you ever agree to that? Do you buy into that philosophy?
What do you mean left it on the table? You didn't do something you were supposed
No,
to?
No, you left it. You did it all. You were the best you could be today.
I felt that way yesterday. I felt that you and I we didn't even do a live show yesterday because we were out at a networking event. And I realize it's not us doing the show. It's not about us sitting here doing a show. It's about gathering the information, being leaders in the community, being leaders for our crew. And I got to tell you, I was really, really proud of our crew yesterday.
Now, can you improve yesterday, today?
I'm sure.
You have to.
I'm sure we can improve.
But that's the secret.
But at the end of the day, we had a lot of tears in the studio, a lot of people coming.
Yeah, but that's all part of the fun.
But I think that was all part of what you and I do. It's more than a production house. It's more than a show. It's really who we are in our gut, in our core. What we do is who you and I are.
It's funny, at night, when it's 11:30, 12, 1 o'clock, depends what time it is, and I'm watching a TV show. I watch Kings and Queens. Why? I don't know. There's no reason. But I do it because I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself that today was the best I could be compared to yesterday. Because Kobe Bryant had this philosophy. If you want to be the best in this game, every day you got to be a little bit better. But you have to be able to say that to yourself. And there lies the secret. Can you say that to yourself?
You know, I've been thinking a lot about verbiage because we've been doing shows. You always talk about your show for 18 years. And then someone came out with podcasts. A podcast is what you hear. All right, you can have a podcast. Well, now I want a podcast with TV. Okay, you can have a podcast with TV, or you can call it a show. But it's more than those words. It's not the show, it's not the camera, it's not the lights, it's not the podcast. It's your message. And are you authentic to your message? But
And
people
how you
call it
deliver
and
it.
how you deliver it, right? So it's not a podcast, it's not a video, it's what is your message? What is your mission? What is your passion? It's more than a show. You can call what? It's a bird's a bird, a duck's a duck, right? But does it have yellow feathers? Is it white? It's the elements that go into this. It's your message in my heart that I feel is really the essential elements. And you always have those elements, whether you call it a show, a podcast. Is your message the same now as it was? Look, Lynn says it's so good to see you, Eileen, on the show. Lynn, we missed you.
Oh, Lynn, thank you. That's so kind.
Is your message the same?
My message hasn't changed.
Good.
My message has not changed. It's still the same message. I still want to be a leader in the community for women. I still want to be encouraging, supportive, educational. I want to celebrate each and every one of you because every one of us has a story to tell, and it's very important to learn about how your story not only impacted you, but how it resonates with me and how I can take that as a lesson for me. Can you share with me how you overcame your challenge and your adversity and how you could really teach another person that, yes, I'm here for you, I'm a community, I'm supporting you, I'm holding you. My message has been the same. I think that's what makes a really successful show, quote unquote show, is that I need to show up as me each and every time. I need to show up. I need to be genuine. I need to let you know that I'm not perfect. I'm not an expert. I've had a lot of education. I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of, years behind me. I know how to interview people, but I want you to really know me because that's what you're going to connect with. My authenticity, my values that don't waver, my honesty, that's what people connect to.
And I'm glad Lynn commented because Lynn's been going through some personal things, so we haven't seen him as much as normally. And he came on their show on the editor's desk yesterday, and he shared what was going on. And that's exactly to your point, is we're not perfect. We all have lives and things happen. But when you're authentic and you connect to your audience, because it's going to resonate with somebody, something, when you least expect it, that one connection, it may be a one-on-one connection. It may not be to the masses, right?
But you don't have to be perfect.
But it's important, I think, and what COVID has shown through our industry, it's important to be who you are because nobody has a perfect life.
Yeah, it's funny. My father once said to me, because we were working in the building and I didn't like the way it came out, and he said to me, I said, Dad, it isn't perfect. And he said, you know, Freddie, you can be a match or you can take its warmth, because you can't be a match. I can't combust myself and become a match. But you can use the warmth of a match and get as close as you can tolerate. So being perfect is as close as you can get to that match. And you gotta remember something, what you do is better than what a lot of other people do, because you're doing it for the masses. Not only for yourself, not only for your family, not only for your friends, not only for your clients, and the list goes on and on and on. You're doing it for the masses. And when you're able to do it for 8 years, when you're able to do it for 18, 19 years, you got to be doing something right.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
Yeah.
you got to be doing something right.
But I think what Dawn was talking about also, and you, Freddie, as well, in terms of, you know, showing up and, you know, giving back to the community as much as you can. But we also have to know that 18 or 19 years ago, you didn't have something that we all have now. That, listen, things are developed, things are invented, and usually, you know, they're invented for good. They're invented for something good, but then, of course, people will take it and turn it into something bad.
Like the atomic
right?
bomb?
And so we're talking about social media. Okay, so social media is a beautiful thing. It helps people connect. It helps people
Look, JC
learn.
Dreesen says she misses you. So good
hi,
to see you.
JC.
Hey, JC, we miss you.
Oh my gosh, my friends.
She's got her Mother's Day show coming up here on Thursday, so you must come in Thursday night for her Mother's Day show.
Oh, Thursday. Okay, I'm gonna try to show up. So, you know, like I said, social media is wonderful because it helps people connect, it helps people get educated, it helps people learn about things, it helps people share. But it also sets unrealistic expectations for us. And in some ways, it's poison. Because if we don't live up to those expectations, if we don't look a certain way, if, you know, we don't, you know, show people we're perfect, then we think we're a failure. And I think that, you know, social media has to also be tempered with us. You can't live your life as a... Listen, there are people that are influencers and they make a lot of money doing that, right? But it's not the real world. It's not the real world. The real world is you and me talking and sharing and being real.
And there's differences. Did you see Bud Light? The whole thing that came out with their transgender, they had a
Yes, I saw that.
transgender influencer, right?
Yes.
Who put out, Bud Light sent them a can of Bud Light with their picture on it. And they came, the person, I forgot who it was, came out and did a social media post. And it blew up and it got a whole lot of, to me, great publicity. Except for the conservatives in our country didn't like this person was transgender and representing Bud Light. The Bud Light cans were never sold. It was never put out by Bud Light. It was a thank you, thank you for being an influencer. And their sales dipped 21%. And the other beer sales went up 21%. So it's a whole big thing about conservatives, this versus that. No, I think Bud Light should have taken a stand of it doesn't matter your sex, your race, your color. We're beer, right? We're here for the masses. But instead, they actually had to answer to their stockholders and say, but it was less than 1% of a share for a 1 month period of time for this or that. They actually had to answer that. I thought their move was fantastic, but people didn't like it.
Yeah, but you're not a conservative right-winger.
But I'm talking to her point as being an influencer, right? So here's this big influencer for beer, but what was the message? It could have been a really good message.
Could
But
have
at the
been a
end of the
learning
day, social media
experience,
made
right?
it maybe not such a good
Well,
experience.
you have to
corporate.
be brave in order to say, we're going to do this. You know, 18, 19 years ago, there was no Facebook.
Right.
When I met Dawn, she talked to Gio one day. We were in iHeart Studio. And they said to me, this thing, we could put the show on Facebook. And I said, what the hell is a Facebook? We weren't on Facebook. We were only on website.
I remember saying to you, I can't ever find our show on the website.
And I said, what's a Facebook? And they taught me. And then we started to do some work with Facebook because they were just starting out, and we had it already for a few years, the streaming process. And then Facebook decided to go in a different format where they now, because if you get 1 million likes, you're supposed to be 1 million likable. And that makes no sense. Now they've turned it where they'll tell you how many people can watch what you have. And your page is different from your page. So they've turned it into a business to get ads. So the more ads you put in there, the more likes you're going to get. Again, good to the bad, the message still stays the same.
But what's the importance? Is it what you look like? Is it how many likes you have? Is it how much money you're making because you're an influencer? And for some people, that is the important thing. For others, maybe it's, for me, it's our message. Would it be great to have corporate sponsors so we can interview everybody from anywhere and not worry about extra cameras and crew? It would be great. But it's our opportunity to give back to you and to Lynn and to JC and give everyone else a platform to shine.
FPO didn't buy into the philosophy of give me free light.
Yeah, no.
Comcast didn't buy into the philosophy, well, you should give me it for less. If anything, they tell you the reason why it's getting more and more expensive to do it. So the have and the have-nots, the haves grow and the have-nots begin to tinker off. And that's another thing that happened with COVID. So all of a sudden it becomes expensive to promote and produce a show. Yeah. It becomes more expensive for you to get here because gasoline this summer is going to go over $5. It's just going to happen. So you have to be aware of what's going on. You have to be on point with yourself so that you can look at all the other steps you have to take to getting it done correctly. That's all. You know, back in the day, interest rates were 15% when I first bought my house. And I was in the real estate game. And I did mortgages at 15, 14, and 12%. I sold FHA loans for 8%, 9%. And I did really, really well. And the world didn't go upside down because it wasn't zero like it was. So they raised the rate again to 5.65 now. I said, 5 point what? I couldn't get a freaking bicycle for 5% in my day. But things change because I think that we've become more of a society of convenience. And all of a sudden, things are happening because it has to be convenient. It's got to be fast. It's got to be convenient.
Well, back to you, shiny objects.
That's exactly what happened to me. You know, everything has to be fast, fast, fast. Speed, speed, speed. You know, what's going to make this to happen the fastest, the best, you know, the shiniest, the most beautiful. And it's not always the way to get to, I don't want to say the finish line because that's not what I'm doing. It's not always the way to get to your inner goal.
Your end game.
Yeah.
Because sometimes your journey has to be bigger than your end game.
Yes, always, always. Your journey always has to be bigger because we're always in process and we have to be exactly where we are. And it's not always the grass is greener on the other side. It's not always the way.
You know, I always wondered about that. Say, who the hell cares about grass? I don't want grass. I don't care if it's green, blue, or what difference does it make?
I've seen a meme where the grass is greener because somebody in the middle of the night goes out and he paints it. Right? So like on one side of the fence, the cows are eating, but you can see where the cows ate in the pastures and it's kind of missing grass and it's bumpy and it's dirt. The other side, it's all green. And the cows are like, I want to be over there. And you realize the farmer's out there painting that grass. Really, the good stuff is right where life happens. How do you like that?
Was that a dream?
No, I
Are
actually
you being
saw it.
rebellious again? Or
No.
you actually saw this?
Don't you
You
think
saw
that
a
makes
guy
sense?
painting a farm.
No,
grass.
I didn't see the guy painting a farm grass, but think about that.
The NFL, they do that. They
It's
paint
not
the
always
grass.
as it appears, right?
Oh, is that what
Not
it
always
is?
as it
Yeah.
Thank you for clearing
Yeah.
that up.
Right?
You know, this thing about grass and the greener and all this
I know,
stuff,
you don't see life that
I
way.
don't see life that
You
way.
see life differently.
Well, you know, the Wizard of Oz,
yes.
okay? The story of the Wizard of Oz is exactly what we're talking about. You don't have to look any further than your backyard. You've got everything within you. You've got it right here. And if you're going out to look for for the yellow brick road, you're not going to find it because it's here. It's in your heart. It's in your soul. It's home. It's where you feel comfortable, where you feel supported, where you feel loved. And it's a big lesson, right?
So what do you tell somebody? I had a conversation with
Say,
somebody
welcome home.
a couple of days. What do you tell somebody, and you're in the midst of a conversation, a group of people, and this one particular person calls herself stupid 3 or 4 times. Now, you know how I love that word. Oh, I'm stupid this, I didn't do that. I'm stupid here, I didn't do this. I'm stupid, a lot of stupid. So I waited until she was alone, and I took her in the back, and I said, why do you do that? She says, what do I do well? I said, why do you call yourself stupid? Not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times. Why do you do that? Because the more you do that, the more people are going to believe that you are. Because
Our
you're leading
words
the
are
way.
powerful.
Right.
Our words are powerful, and we have to be very mindful about what we say about ourselves, because it's negativity. It also depletes us. It doesn't elevate our sense of self. We have to be very mindful about what we say about ourselves, and especially when it goes out into the universe. That energy is very powerful.
You give away your shine.
Yes.
I mean, people say you give away power. I don't like the word power. I say you give away your shine, because your shine is inward. Your power could be in different combinations, but you give away your shine. And then you wonder why people take it when you're beating yourself up.
Yes.
And you're
People will
giving
take-
it.
All right, let's take a commercial break. But I say, welcome home. As you can see, everyone else is telling you welcome home too. Gosh, I got to tell you, we couldn't have planned that even any better.
Why?
Home is home. Lynn and JC, it is what it is. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. I think we've got some Cinco de Mayo trivia when we come back. Yes, we do. See how much you know. May the 4th be with you was yesterday. Today's time to party. G-Man's ready. All right, well, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
Want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call, because the best prices are not online. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner. Call today and get the best price on your next flight, guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
Brand new shows, only on AMP2 TV. We have All-in-One Insurance, Latin Hustle Gonkaden, Meta Magazine Show, Pitch 2 Production, The Florida Love Show, The Sixth Borough, Meet the Experts, reinvented life. Lights in the night. And the Hangout. Tune in so you don't miss these amazing new shows. Only on AMP2 TV.
Would you like to hear better for as little as 10 cents a day? Now you can with the all-new Audion hearing aids. The average hearing aid lasts about 3 years. Ours, at only $99 a pair, means you're paying as little as 10 cents a day to hear better. And to make things even better, we'll give you a 45-day money-back guarantee. Skip the doctor and get hearing aids delivered straight to your door. We've eliminated all the middlemen to offer you a factory direct price of only $99 a pair. Join over 300,000 people just like you who took advantage of our 45-day trial offer. Now you can hear better too for just 10 cents a day. Call now and order your $99 pair of Audion hearing aids with a 45-day money-back guarantee. Plus, get free 3 to 5 day shipping.
800-259-1328. 800-259-1328. 800-259-1328. That's 800-259-1328.
If you have diabetes, would you like to eliminate painful finger sticks? Are you injecting insulin multiple times per day? Then you may qualify for a continuous glucose monitor. CGMs monitor blood sugar using a small patch placed on your upper arm or abdomen, and they use your smartphone to accurately monitor your blood sugar levels. Stop pricking and start scanning. Plus, CGMs are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. They can be shipped free of charge to your door. Call today to see if you qualify.
Todo Bello Balloons is a business that was born out of a passion for creating unique and beautiful balloon designs, including balloon bouquets, balloon arches, balloon columns, and more. We specialize in creating unique and beautiful balloon designs that bring your dreams into reality. We believe that balloons have the power to bring people together and create lasting memories, and we are honored to be part of that experience. Contact us and we will bring happiness to your celebrations with our balloons.
Don't call a plumber, don't call an electrician. Call right now and for as low as $1 a day. Many things that run your house are covered with thousands of technicians all over America. You can call us with a plumbing problem, an electrical problem, and we'll be in your home in no time at all with a solution to fix it. You don't need an expensive repair bill and you don't need to buy new expensive appliances. We'll show you how to fix it for about $1 a day.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Those fingers in my hair that slide, come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare. It's witchcraft, and I've got no defense for it. The heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one that I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than me. It's witchcraft, that crazy witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one that I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than me. Da-da-da.
Good afternoon. This is Conversations with Affirmations with Avram Bourne, myself. And today's affirmation is, I'm always headed in the right direction. I trust that I am on the right path. I am a strong individual who attracts success and happiness. My mind is full of brilliant ideas. I put my energy into things that matter to me. I welcome all new opportunities and experiences. I am a winner, and my opinion matters. Thank you. And that's the affirmation of the day.
And we're back.
That was nice.
Affirmation with a little witchcraft.
Open to new opportunities. Nice job, G-Man. A lot of people writing in. So next Thursday night, a week from yesterday, JC Dreesen show at 7:30. She's doing her special Mother's Day concert right here at the Brooklyn Cafe show. So bring your moms. Come on down, moms, if you're in the area. It's going to be live on True Oldies 95.3 and 96.9 and streaming on the JC Dreesen show social media page as well. So
I want you to
in.
reach out to your mom. I want to bring her.
JC asked if I could
her.
bring her.
I'll go get her. You're not going to get her.
Oh, she knows I could get her. She asked if I could bring her.
You going to bring her?
I can ask. Yeah. All I can do is ask. For JC and you, we might have a pretty good shot at it.
It might be a little fun.
So
we may have to extend that show.
JC's, for me, it's always the connection to the audience through song that makes it worthwhile. So her message is through song in the audience. It's nice to have our friends watching today, huh?
Oh, it's nice because everybody gets to welcome back. And we didn't tell anybody you were going to be on, by the way. This is all ad-lib.
Circumstance.
Yeah.
Correct.
It's all ad-lib.
Coincidence, as they say. It's pretty amazing. All right. Are you ready, Missy? We got Cinco de Mayo fun. Are you guys doing anything fun?
Mm-mm.
You doing anything?
This is it.
No, this is it. This is our fun for Cinco de Mayo. Eileen
Not
says
me.
quiet on Friday.
I'm going to go build Rowan and Braxton's birthday gift, which is a 2-seater sofa, and I send it on purpose to my son.
So he
now
could
I
put it
told
together.
them,
Brecken.
yeah, I told them that I was sending it. They go, we didn't know it was from you. So I gotta go with my tools tomorrow, my power tools. Zing, zing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Nice. It'll be a father, grandfather bonding
It's
opportunity.
gonna be a mess. I'm gonna tell him just put the sofa on the floor.
Just put the, because I saw what Rowan did. He took the whole chair and he threw it the other day.
And you won't throw this one.
Gotta love raising boys. Remember those days?
No, it's gone.
So that's how you're spending Cinco de Mayo. Anyone else going out doing anything fun? They're muttering in there. I don't know what they're doing. A party. Of course she is.
She's making a party?
She's going to a party, I guess.
Did she invite you?
No.
Or she's going to a party?
I don't know. She's partying.
Oh.
All right, Chelsea, you've got some trivia for Cinco de Mayo. All I remember is being in labor.
So in 2013, how much money do you think Americans spent on beer?
Beer.
Too much.
Guess.
On Cinco de Mayo on that day?
Yeah.
200 million.
You're close.
Really?
Higher.
300 million.
Keep on going.
500 million?
Keep on going.
800 million?
Go down.
700 million.
$600 million was spent on beer on Cinco de Mayo in 2013.
Wow. To imagine
2013.
2013.
That's right after we
million.
came out of the bubble burst, no?
2013. That was 2008.
Yeah, but it was still drinking.
Well, beer was cheap, right? What do they always say? Beer money and caviar dreams.
True that.
Right?
What year did Cinco de Mayo become an official holiday?
1973.
I'll give you a hint. It's around the time all of us were born.
1992. 94. 96.
Man.
2005.
You guys
That's
were
not
born
true.
in 2005?
I was born in 2004.
2004.
But that's not true because I celebrated Cinco de Mayo when I was a kid. Oh, you
And
know
Chelsea
something?
was born 30. She was born in 92 and it was Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't a national holiday, though.
Americans drink more what than any other country, according to the markets?
American what?
Americans drink more of what drink than any other country in Cinco de Mayo?
Beer?
No.
No.
Tequila? Yeah.
Tequila numero uno. Is that why The Rock came out with a tequila or something or another, or was it whiskey?
He came out with tequila.
He came out with tequila, right? And LeBron James came out with tequila.
How did Cinco de Mayo become so important? What's the history behind it?
It's like, basically, people think it's Mexican Independence Day, but it's not. Basically, they went to war, and they weren't supposed to win, and they did win. So it was kind of celebration, like, oh, look, we won, and we're such a small army, such a small country, and we won a war. I forgot what war it was, but they won a war. The Pueblo Mexican War. They won a war that they weren't supposed to win, and they did, so they celebrate. But it's Americans celebrate it, really. It's more of an American holiday.
I think Americans like to celebrate anything.
It's
if
like
I take
Hanukkah.
if I take something out of my finger, a splinter, whatever they call that, we celebrate America.
Cheers. It's another opportunity to drink.
Another opportunity to swallow.
Was the Mexican Independence Day.
Okay, well, you
That's
see,
what people
that's
think. It's
old
not.
school. You got to get on new school.
Oh,
Who knew?
okay.
And how much money do you think Americans spend on margaritas each year?
Wow.
That's got to be one of the top drinks because every time I go to a bar, there's like 6 women ordering all these margaritas. And now they got
700
margaritas
million.
of every taste.
700 million more?
1 billion.
A billion.
15 million.
$2 billion.
1.5 billion.
2 billion, 2.5 billion.
$2.9 billion.
Billion on margaritas?
Yeah.
In a year?
You don't like
Being a
margaritas?
tequila company.
You know, after the first sip of a margarita, it all tastes the same.
It's just cold and slushy.
And sour. And lemony. Delicious.
It's the mix, right?
But I
Or you
can't
just go
eat
right
it.
to the
I
tequila.
can't drink that. I'm very upset.
This is like truth serum tequila.
Yeah, you should have more.
No.
Yes, so you could tell us more about
It's the
your
day of truth.
witchcraft.
Yeah. That's a secret that stays with me.
There are about 54,000 Mexican restaurants in America right now. And like in the past, Americans have consumed over 80 million pounds of avocados on Cinco de Mayo. Like, we just consume a lot. We avocados, yeah.
Ever notice when you go to the places, you get the avocado bowl? There's like 5 avocados in this thing, right? And we just eat it and chips, and Americans are like just a glutton for food.
I don't have an avocado bowl.
When you go to Mexican restaurants, you don't get like guacamole.
Oh, guacamole, yeah.
Chipotle alone, like.
I can't eat that either.
You can have avocado.
No, it's high something.
What can you eat?
You know, they put the guacamole on a piece of bread, right?
Avocado toast.
Yeah, that crap. Ugh.
That's delicious. Dunkin' Donuts has the avocado toast
now
with
has avocado
tomato
toast.
and bacon on top of with the
Tomato and bacon.
It
Now I
is
can see where the
delicious.
delicious comes from. They don't give me that. They just give me the bread and they plop that stuff on there.
And then so you get the carbs in the bread. You're better off with just the avocado.
No, it's supposed to be good for blood sugar.
Not with the bread.
Well, you know, you can't have everything.
Without bread.
Some things happen, some things don't.
Is there anything else, Chelsea?
Was that it?
That was it? That was the end of our Cinco de Mayo trivia. Have you tried that new seasoning? It's called Everything But the Bagel.
What is that?
They have it at Trader Joe's. It's everything but the bagel. Ever like have a
That's
bagel
not
and you love all
new,
the
though.
seasoning?
It's
I
been
know.
around a long time.
I've never.
Everything,
Oh,
because
really?
There's something
As because
called,
I was COVID phobic to go to the grocery stores during the pandemic, so I'm a little slow on the uptake of new
but there's
things.
the everything bagel. So now this is
This
called
is
what?
not the bagel. This is just the seasoning. So you can put it on anything. It's in a jar. You can put it on your chicken, your
Except
meat,
the bagel?
your fish.
I
There's
put
no
it on my
bagels, everything.
eggs. I really like it on eggs.
Eggs.
You can put everything.
Yeah.
Everything but the bagels.
Okay, so tomorrow I'm gonna go to breakfast.
Forget the bagel.
What should I have?
Where are you going?
His bagel
I
place.
go to Poppy's
Oh.
on Linton and Middleton.
What should you have? Eggs and avocado.
Yeah.
Get like this eggs and salsa avocado.
You are just very sexy when it comes to food. Eggs and avocado.
Pancakes.
I
Can't
can't
have
eat
that.
that.
So what can you eat? Eggs.
This is what I'm asking. What can I get? Like I had
turkey bacon.
Egg whites and turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon.
Get eggs, lox, and onions. Leo, lox, eggs, and onions.
That's a Jewish lots thing. I can't stand that.
Oh, you don't like salmon?
No. Linda gets it, so I have to do the opposite. I can't get the same thing she does. I had steak and eggs.
Oh,
but I can
okay.
only have that once a month because of the steak. Yeah, I know. I'm very complicated. So what can I have?
Get a
What do you think
veggie
I'm doing?
omelet.
Everything we say you can't eat. There you go, your lower third. Tune in tonight to the Sixth Borough. Just Sixth Borough.
So what do you guys get for breakfast?
Egg whites, tomato, and
Forget
whole
about
wheat
you.
toast.
I ain't talking to you. You're bored.
Yeah.
No.
Wheat toast.
That's it.
What do you eat? Bread for breakfast?
Turkey
That's it?
bacon. You can get oatmeal.
bacon.
Oatmeal.
You could get grits.
Grits? What the hell is a grit?
That's also a breakfast.
You don't eat grits?
What is a grit?
It's like a grain.
It's corn.
Right? It's not potato.
It's corn.
It's a grain. Is it a corn?
Yeah,
It's like quinoa.
hominy.
I can't
Hominy
eat quinoa.
grits. It's hominy.
You've never had chicken and grits?
No.
You've
Is it
never had
thing?
like collard greens and grits?
It's shrimp and grits.
Shrimp
What the
and
hell is
grits?
a collard green?
Green. A vegetable.
What is it? What kind of?
It's like a
never had no fish and grits.
fish and grits.
You gotta have to bring that in.
A fish and grits.
Shrimp and grits.
Shrimp and grits. Where do you guys come from?
You've
What
never
is
had this?
that?
Butter,
No.
grits.
It's southern. It's southern. It's a southern thing.
Gravy.
Well, I'm from the north.
You've never had
But
that?
you live in the south.
I never had that.
You
Is
would
it
love
good?
it.
You're
For
in
breakfast, you
Florida
have
with
that?
all
No.
the different ethnicities.
I've had fish and chips, not fish and greens.
Collard greens. There's that chicken place right over there, Fran's. You can get all of it, but you
Collard
can't eat
greens?
any of that. Collard greens, fried chicken. You can't eat
What's
any
a
of that.
collard green? What is that?
It's a
Like a
vegetable.
salad?
It's a vegetable that the
Is it a salad?
Southerners.
It's somewhere
Yeah, but they
between
make
like
it with, like, ham
asparagus, the
hocks
dark
and stuff.
green,
I don't
kale.
like
It's like kale-ish.
Ham hocks.
They cook it with ham
Kale-ish,
hocks
ham-
and bacon.
You describe food so
Well,
like,
no,
pleasant.
I think collard greens is more like, sort of like spinachy, right?
Yeah,
It's a
Kale,
spinach.
it's like a dark green.
Too
G-Man,
much green.
G-Man, we're gonna have to have your mom cook and bring some food in for him.
Have you ever had oxtails?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because
Do you know I never
Better.
realized that was a thing, and they told me it was actually an oxtail.
Ooh.
It's like the
a
tongue
real
from a cow
oxtail.
when you're eating tongue. It's really a tongue. Ugh.
Linda loves tongue on a cow from a cow.
I used to
don't eat
love it
that,
till I
though.
found out it was really a tongue.
I can't do that.
No. There you go. There's collard greens.
Oh, there you go.
What's in that?
Ham.
Telling you, it's
I
ham
kind
hocks.
of like ham.
You would like that probably.
You probably would.
How come it doesn't smell good?
How do you know it doesn't smell
I don't
good?
know. From the screen, I get smell-o-vision. It doesn't look very tasty. So you guys have no recommendations for breakfast? Thanks a
You
lot.
can't eat anything.
I
A
can
fruit
have
bowl.
an omelet. What?
A fruit bowl.
Acai, but it's too much sugar.
What
No.
about
For breakfast, I'm not gonna have a fruit bowl. What do I look like?
cottage cheese and pineapple or mango?
For breakfast, I'm going to a diner. I'm not having that.
Eggs. You're
What
left with
kind
eggs.
of eggs?
Sunny side up.
Okay. Anything else? Can I have an omelet? Anybody have an omelet?
Get a veggie omelet.
Well, you're so healthy. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Do you like cheese? Are you allowed to have cheese?
Yeah.
Put cheese in it. It'll
Feta
taste
cheese you
good.
can have.
I usually get egg whites, spinach, and Swiss. Don't be laughing. It's the most boring thing. Not only that, but my body says, you idiot. And it starts giving me like after a while. I don't want that no more. I want something powerful. And thank you,
Exciting.
my friends. You got nothing for me.
Bran cereal.
Thanks, Grandpa.
Now you know why we eat, because you just lack of choices. Do you ever take food away with you when you go on vacation?
No.
So I do. So I've got, laying everything out. I've got my oatmeal. I got my protein shakes in a
Why?
baggie. I've got my shaker cup.
But why?
Because you never know if you want food and all they have is carbs. You go to these buffets and you got muffins and bagels and all the things that are.
They always have an egg. You can always eat eggs.
So I have all my protein stuff, my carbs,
Do you eat
my
bacon?
oatmeal. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
I
kind of
don't love
protein do
bacon.
you have, though? Because some of that protein powder really doesn't taste
Oh, I got
good.
a new plant-based one. It was 2 for buy one get one 50%
Oh,
off.
okay.
New plant-based protein shake. I know.
I just warn you. There's a label warning on this one, the way this one eats. So nothing, huh? What about Eggs Benedict?
No.
Oh, no, that's
It's
so
delicious, but
fattening. Hollandaise sauce on.
That's no good?
No. No, it's not
What
good for you.
about
How about that? What's that? Yogurt.
Oh, yogurt.
For breakfast?
Yeah,
What do you
yogurt
eat for
and
breakfast?
Yogurt, granola, and fruit is really good.
I'm never going to breakfast with you.
fruit. She's
A
got really good
parfait.
ideas.
I'm never going to breakfast with you. I
Just get
want
a protein
food. I
shake.
want like an omelet. I want.
So you're back to the eggs.
What
Then
else
go
can
to
I
a
have?
Spanish-
Chicken
Do you
eggs?
get
Go to a
potatoes
Spanish-
with it?
I'm not supposed to.
Oh.
See, I've been so naughty. The last 2 weeks, I've had the potato. I can't have
Oh,
potatoes. So I'm gonna
okay.
have tomatoes.
Here you go, yogurt parfait.
There you go.
You know, there's a lady at Weight Watchers that she brings this in a big bucket and she eats this stuff. If I ever ate that, I'd give up eating.
Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt with a little bit of Truvia, some berries, a little bit of granola. It's delicious. Some
No,
cinnamon.
I get to eat what I want 1 day a week, and that's the reason why I brought this up, because I get to treat myself 1 day a week, Saturday, and I'm not gonna have granola.
Then eat
I
what
want
you want.
something
So get pancakes.
Then get
and
a-
sexy.
waffles.
I can't eat
Then
pancakes.
get
That's
a
too much.
chicken fajita omelet with guacamole, sour cream,
Chicken
and
fajita makes an
salsa
omelet?
on the side.
Omelet?
You ever heard that?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Chicken fajita omelet. I'm gonna ask them if they'll
Chelsea's
make that.
shaking her head yes. Yeah? It's a thing?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, they bring it on a really big skillet, and it's just fajita and egg. It's really big.
Oh,
I think you can get
where do you get that?
Ah, where do you get that? That sounds
What's the
delicious.
restaurant? I
Pancake
think you can
house,
get
right?
it at like
IHOP?
IHOP, yeah, you can get it at IHOP.
Oh,
That's really-
IHOP.
IHOP or like
Let
chicken.
me
Get a
tell you.
skillet.
Let me
They're
tell
not
you the
serving that at Poppy's. I
Let
can
me
tell
tell
you
you
that
the
right
problem.
now.
Let me tell you the problem with IHOP. You want to know
Comes
the
with the side
problem?
of pancakes.
My Weight Watchers menu has the points. Everything out of IHOP is over 20 points going north because they put their batter in everything, which is loaded with sugar. Loaded. Even their pancake mix, loaded. Anywhere else I get a pancake is 3 points. IHOP, 20 points.
Does Denny's
Wow.
still exist?
Yes.
Go to Denny's, get a Grand Slam breakfast. Get a Grand Slam at Denny's.
I gotta see how many points that is.
It's the old school.
Fajita breakfast. I'm gonna say, listen, can you take a chicken, pluck it, put it in an egg, and
Denny's
serve it?
probably has a skillet breakfast for you. I bet they do.
The place you said, the pancake
First
house.
Watch. Go to First
Oh,
Watch.
I love First Watch, but I gotta wait too long. I'm a type of guy you gotta pop me in and pop me out. If I gotta wait more than 5 minutes, I'm leaving. I ain't doing that.
I don't know what to tell you.
I
We
should
gave
know
you
better
lots
than
of
to ask you.
choices. Lots and lots of
Granola.
choices.
My
Granola,
God.
a skillet.
We're just trying to look out.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So Aaron will take everything that's left over for the week and make a skillet breakfast on Saturday. Leftover chicken, bacon, potatoes, tomatoes. He throws it all in the skillet and he pours eggs over it, and that's what he makes for breakfast.
So you guys, when you go out to breakfast, is always the same thing?
Who goes
Lox
out
and
for
bagels.
breakfast? It costs $50 to go out for breakfast.
Yeah.
What happened to breakfast being
Yeah, we don't
like
go out for breakfast anymore.
breakfast was like
go to
really
Dunkin'
cheap
Donuts.
before. You could get like a breakfast for
You know how
$5.
expensive an egg is now?
That's what I'm saying.
Those
I don't-
chickens are laying expensive
That's
eggs.
what I'm saying. You go out for breakfast, it's $50. And they charge
It's
you.
not $50, but I understand the meaning.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been there.
Where do you guys go to breakfast to save
Nobody
money?
goes to breakfast. Denny's. No one does breakfast. It's too expensive.
$5.99 Denny's.
Denny's. Back to Denny's.
That's because they use old food.
They do not. We're going to wrap this up. You're just like a grumpy old man.
Because nobody had no suggestions
We
for
gave
me.
you lots of suggestions.
We already gave you which one you're gonna eat. The chicken fajita with guacamole, sour cream, and salsa.
There
you could have a
Boy,
feast.
that's like a Cinco de Mayo meal.
Enjoy it. Ready to wrap this up?
Yes.
Eileen, welcome home. We've missed you. It's nice to have you back and to see you smiling.
Thank you. Thanks so much for welcoming me back.
Our pleasure. You guys, great job today. G-Man, everyone on the board. It's a little quiet here, but you know what? The message still holds true. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe, be kind to each other. No drinking and driving. Get an Uber, and we'll see you Monday, 9 a.m. drive time.
Enjoy breakfast. Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.